Hello, welcome back to On the Road Adventure, and today we are at home, but we've got a super important task to do, which is fit new luggage to our Teneres. And as you know, if you're travelling, you do want to get it right.
Getting good quality luggage, as we found out the hard way, is probably one of the single most important things that you can do. Doesn't matter where you are in the world, doesn't matter what trip you're on, if your luggage goes bad on you while you're away, you have a major problem. So those of you who follow the channel will know that Lone Rider have been fantastic to us, and they've supported us for a while with the crash bar bags we got and tank bag, which have all been fantastic quality. So that's why we're so excited to get our hands on these. So without any messing around, let's open up the box, let's see what we got and get it fitted on the T7.
What I really like about the Lone Rider is probably the small things that really don't matter, but you've got the neck bath and you've got the keyring and you've got some stickers. And we all just like that, at least I do.
Okay, so in here we have the bolts, we'll go through that in a minute. And these are spare straps. So these will be good things to hide in your luggage should you have a problem. Lone Rider have supplied some anchor points, and you can fit these to your bike by screwing through the plastic, but we don't need to do that on the Tenere, and I don't think you need to do that on most bikes, but it is there if you want it. And these are a couple more spares here. It's a spare compression strap and a spare air valve. We have an included heat shield, Lone Rider branded, nice. So this is one of the luggage bags. Second luggage bag. We'll look at these in detail in a minute when it's on the bike. We have a tent pole bag. This is your 20-litre top bag. So these are the main parts of your luggage. This is what holds everything together. That's the Beaver Tail. We have the side cases here. These just need attaching. Again, other side there. And your base plate. Okay, so this is the base plate. And just before I put this together, let me show you this. They've actually put a really nice padded area attached to the bottom of these bases to try to reduce any friction and damage to your plastics. However, as we all know, when you add soft luggage without any kind of barrier, so whether that be some PPF film or some luggage racks, this will over time rub your plastics, so be aware of that. But they have fitted this soft foam to protect the bike, and I like that. They didn't need to do that, but it's yeah, it just makes it proper and feel premium, you know. Now in my mind, all good products, you shouldn't need to read the instructions, and I don't think there even are instructions included here. It is so obvious what you need to do. You have two of these side bags. They go either side of the main base plate here. Now this base plate is firm, but once we put it on and bend everything into place, it'll be fine. We have the bolt ends already into the base plate, so all we need to do is match up the hose and pop some screws through. This is so easy, you don't even need to get your own tools out. It is literally one Allen key job. So as we can see, we've got the 4 rows each side, and those hoses are already in the base plate, so we just need to lay that out on the ground, pop your bolts through. Job's a good one. Alright, so we've put those 2 bags on. You should end up with something looking a little bit like that. So we're just going to mount this up to the bike. This could not be easier, I love it. So we're just going to put that roughly where it needs to be. Lone Rider have spent a lot of time developing this. We've been following, some of you guys might have been as well, their own YouTube channel where they've been testing it and you know, finding mistakes and replacing things. And we like that, you know, they've done little things like this. They put little socks here to cover up the buckles so as not to damage your bike when you tighten it down. And also something else that we can note is that these buckles are metal. You do not want plastic buckles holding your luggage on. It's only a matter of time before that breaks. If it does break, they have included you know, some few spares and things, and we can see just how simple this is to change. Underneath here there's a metal bar, and you're just going to slide the bar out and then slide the piece that needs to be changed, put that back in and get on with your day. I love that, simple and effective. So to attach this base plate to the Tenere, I'm just going to use these 2 straps, put the little buckles in their socks. So I'm going to take the strap from one side, going underneath the bike, and then I'm going to bring it up to this strap here. Just going to do everything loosely just to begin with, and then we'll tighten it down after. How simple is that? And then the other one underneath. It's the same story down here on the 2 side bags. Again, this could not be simpler. But something I've noticed here is that Lone Rider have developed this so that it has 2 straps here. And the reason they've done that is because the first one holds it in place and the second one pulls it in nice and snug to the bike. You see the difference that second strap makes? And it's not even attached in yet. So same thing, we've got socks here so that we don't scratch anything up. I'm just going to pop those buckles inside there. And I am going to go around the foot pegs and then back up to the buckle. You could do it to the frame or any other mounting point in this area. It doesn't make any difference as long as it's pulled tight and secure. Again, don't be tempted to tighten all this up yet. Just get everything fitted loosely and then we'll tighten it down after. So I've just done both sides there, and it's surprising actually how tight that is already, and I haven't even nipped any of that down. So now I'm happy that's sat pretty central. I'm going to pull these straps tight and then tidy up the ends. So they have purposely made these straps massively long, so it's a good idea to, you know, get it roughly where you want and then cut it off so there's enough slack for you to make adjustments should you need to later. So I would advise cutting, just leave a few inches on the end there and cut it off. What you really want to do is to get a lighter and just burn these frayed ends so that you know, they don't come undone over time.
So this is the side bag. Now, what are the features of this bag? You've got a little window that will allow you to see what's in the bag if you wanted to search for something. There's a little cinch here, so you can put it down inside the bag if it gets stuck. But it's unlikely, as you've got these panels here that supposedly help the bag to slide in once you pack it full of your things. Very interesting feature is there is an extra rubbery material just on the entrance of the sock, and that's supposed to make it much more waterproof than any other bag really. Now once you roll it down, you've got these clips which I really like, and they are magnetic. They just clip on, and then to release them you have to press those 2 buttons. Feature that I really like is the handle. That just makes it so easy to remove your bag, carry it to your hotel or to your tent or wherever you need to.
So what we love about this is just how easy this is just to roll down and clip secure. Use the magnets, but something Eva didn't point out just now is this valve that they've put in, so we can squeeze the air out, making the package smaller and easier to slide into the holster on the side of the saddlebag. These quality magnetic clips are everywhere as well. They're just brilliant. It makes that so easy. So we've got this one here, and there's a hole on the bottom of this bag, so if you have stuffed too much things in there, you can put your hand in the bottom and just pull that bag through. But absolute doddle there. So we'll make use of this air valve. Nice. So much smaller now. Shut that valve, and then we can run this strap up through and simply clip it on. We also have a adjustment strap here, so if these bags aren't full, you can just pull on this one and just cinch that in even tighter to the bike. So you can run this system just like this. This system is so flexible because it's got molly everywhere. You can add and remove things as you want. But it does come with a Beaver Tail setup, so we're going to fit that one on next so that we can put the 20-litre top bag on. So these clips just go straight through the loops, designed to go here.
You've got a number of pockets on the Beaver Tail. Some you can see the kind of looks like a waterproof, but it's not actually waterproof, so I wouldn't put my passport in there, but maybe a map or something less important.
So under this Beaver Tail then is where your 20-litre top bag is going to go. So we can see there are 2 strips of Velcro here, and on the base of said Beaver Tail there is a strip of Velcro, so we can just dump that in place, and that is going to be secured before we even add on the straps and things to this. So before we cover this one up, let's take a look at the bag itself. It does open at both ends, again with these amazing magnetic clips and the same rubber material inside. Handles everywhere, we love these handles. We got the valve vent there as well. And on top we have this bungee, so if through the day you want to take off your jacket, your rain jacket, something like that, you know, you can stuff that underneath, pull it tight, and then wrap that back up in the Beaver Tail. If you want to take this with you when you arrive, you can actually use this as a backpack. Now, I've seen a lot of designs like this where, you know, one product tries to be many different things and they incorporate a backpack into a side bag and whatnot. And I'll be honest, I usually think they're pretty crap. But I have had a look at this one and I actually think I'm going to use it. So this is a nice soft padded area for the underside, a waterproof zip, and if we pull this out, inside here is what feels like some really decent, strong straps. And I think I would have a lot of confidence in that. So it does have a chest connection here to make it more comfortable when wearing. And all we need to do is get the bottom of these straps with the same design clips as earlier and hook it up. Yeah. There we go, as quick and simple as that. You've got a backpack. How cool is that? So we throw our bag back on, return to our bike, flip up this Beaver Tail, and again, these magnetic connections, they just clip on. Boom, that is ready to go. We've got the usual Velcro tie straps here as well, so you won't have to do this each time. Once you've got it to, you know, set with your things inside it, you'll not need to keep adjusting those. So you just take that on and off, look now. So that's your base setup of luggage done, and you've got 70 litres there or thereabouts of space, but this is Lone Rider, so they thought about it, and it is covered in molly straps and additional attachments. And especially here, there is an area for you to be able to put in your Lone Rider tent, for example. So you just open these straps up, slide your tent in there, pull that down tight. Excellent, job done. Not everybody likes to carry their tent whole, because in order to reduce pack size, if you remove the poles and store them separately, which you can do with this, you can then stuff your tent into one of the bags, and it usually takes up less room. So you have two options there. Now, us being us, there is never enough room when we're traveling. You always need more space. So the amazing guys at Lone Rider have sent us these, which are their 3-litre mini bags. They're smaller versions of our crash bar bags. And again, because of the molly, which is also all over this, we can attach it to places like here on our bags, gaining us some more space. So we can just run these two straps down through the molly, and then we can attach with the side straps as well, in the same way as all the others. So we are going to put another 3 litres each side here. And there's also options as well, like the Lone Rider bottle holder. So that will hold a litre bottle of water. So again, you can just use the molly there, clip outside of your crash bars, any of the sides of your bags, wherever you like really, and then you can stash a bottle of water in there as well. Now, I've used soft bags before, and something that really annoys me is that you have to strap everything down and get all the dozens of straps right when it's all loaded up. But then you stop somewhere, you pull out your jumper or something, and you create slack in one side, and then the bags move. That doesn't happen with this one because the base itself is fixed to the bike. In fact, I can remove all of the luggage, and because of this strap here, this still doesn't flop about. It won't touch the exhaust. It doesn't cause any problems. I'll show you. So we can see now there's no bag in there, and this is still firm to the bike. And this could, I don't know, with wind or something, maybe go down there. That still won't touch the exhaust. But because of this strap here, all you need to do if you remove your luggage for whatever reason and want to leave the base plate on, just pull that one tight and fold the excess up in here if you like. But now this can't move and it can't fall onto your exhaust, because the last thing you want to do is burn your nice new panniers.
We are a Lone Rider ride up. We have everything from Lone Rider on this bike, and I'm loving the products, and I really like using them. The simplicity and the quality is just perfect.
We've used these, the tank bags and crash bar bags and things on our previous tour, and we got stuck in hailstorms and all sorts, you know, heavy rain.
Bone dry.
Nothing, not a drop inside the tank bags and things. So we are very confident with these new ADV bags. We cannot wait to set off, you know, and use these on our next tours. If you want to look at any of the Lone Rider products, we do have a link in the description. It will get you 10% off site-wide, I believe. So yeah, that's worth using. These are premium products. You do have to pay a little bit for it. But as we found out, we've bought cheaper ones before, and it never works out. No. It never does. So yeah,
it doesn't.
Buy once, cry once, they say, don't they? Well, if you've got any questions about the any of the Lone Rider bags really that we're using, by all means drop them in the comments below, and yeah, follow along with us on our journeys, and we're going to be putting these bags to the test.
Yeah, we are due to make many thousands of miles with the Lone Rider on our bikes very soon.
Very confidently. So join us there. Love you, bye.
Love you, bye.